Hi guys, and welcome back to our channel. Today I'm going to be doing another little mental talk, and it's going to be a little bit about like what's in my head and a little bit of a further explanation into some of the things I've experienced, and we're just going to kind of wing it. There's no notes, there's no anything, so if this video ends up being a hot mess, I apologize. First off, I want to say that I am still sick. It's just lingering. At this time that I'm recording this, I have not had surgery yet, but it's coming soon. It's actually a week from today. So today is November 12th, 2018. Now, I like to talk about mental health because there's just so much negativity surrounding it. I know that I am not less of a person for having mental health label, or several. I know that I am still valuable and that I'm still loved. And I know that there's people who respect me and I know there's people who do not. Now, that being said, is it hard for people to not necessarily 100% accept me and love me and all of that? Yes. And that's not that I'm like a egotistical, is that the word? Like, it's not that it's like, ooh, focus on me type of thing. It's legitimately I don't want to be seen as anything less than what I am. And that is a mom, a wife, a daughter, a community member, and I would venture to say that I'm approaching activist territory. I don't know, this all just became so personal so quick, and often I'm left thinking like, is this really helpful or is it not? And I've had a lot of time to think about it, and I found that this actually does help me tremendously. Just talking it out, saying it out loud, saying, hey, I've got depression, I've got anxiety, I've got PTSD, I've got anxiety disorders, did I say that? I've got panic disorder, and borderline personality disorder. Like, just checking off all the marks. That's my label, right? Or I could go with mother, wife, daughter, community member, activist, somebody who wants to see change. And that's why I'm here. I'm going to dive a little deeper into my brain and put it a little out there. In my life, I have struggled to tell people all of what's happened. I don't like to shed tears in front of people. I don't like to show emotion because I feel that if they see me cry, that they will believe that I am weak or that I can't handle something that I can, or that I'm dramatic, or that was the one that I've heard. Like, you're being dramatic, or you're being over emotional, or you're, things like that. And I was made to feel as though things that happened to me in my life happened to me because I deserved it. And I have a lot of negative self-talk. So in my head, often, even as we're talking right now, it's going, this video sucks. You're not good enough. You're never gonna make it. You're never gonna help anybody. And I'm having to sit there and counteract those thoughts saying like, no, you're trying. You're putting your word out there, your story, and this could be a good thing. This could really work. And you're growing from it. You're learning new things about it. You're helping your friends, you're helping your family because you are helping yourself. And that is something I don't do. I tend to take care of others before I take care of myself. I talked about it today in therapy, and even my therapist said, do this for you. Do what you need to do. Take care of yourself for once and stop worrying about other people. Don't worry about what they're thinking. Don't worry about how they're going to feel per se. Focus on you. Focus on what makes you happy and celebrate the things that need to be celebrated. And I do have those moments that I celebrate things, But I also have a lot of time that I'm like, oh boy, like, can I do this? And I never used to be that person. There was a song that came on just a little bit ago before I started recording this, and I had never heard it before. I will put the title of it down in the description box below, and I really encourage everybody who watches this video to go look up this music video for that. I haven't seen the music video, so I apologize. I don't know what it's like. I've only heard the song, but it spoke to my, like, it spoke to my soul. It truly felt as though that person had jumped into my head and pulled out those lyrics and put them to a song. And I don't know who wrote the song or anything like that. Like, I'll put the stuff down below. I took a screenshot of it. It was on my Pandora. And I just want to make sure that, like, somebody else understands a little better, like, what I'm talking about. Brain thing, guys. It's really hard for me when I'm so passionate and I have so many thoughts and I just can't get it out. So anyways, the song really spoke to me, and it truly is like the feelings I've had. So let's talk a little bit about things that I've experienced in life. Now, I'm not going to dive into everything. Like, nobody needs to know all of that, I guess, or maybe that's stuff that will come up in the future. But I have a lot of blocked out memory. I always just called it goldfish memory. So swim along, little fishes, if you're like me, okay? Just don't remember anything. I remember certain things. I remember some traumatic things, such as, like, the loss of our house as a child due to fire. I remember one of the boys from school coming to class and talking about how he walked through the rubble of what was left of our home, and he saw all my burnt up toys and this and that and the other, and I remember just being angry that he would even go through our things like that, even though it was, like, lost, and I was little. And I mean, I was little, guys, so, like, just remembering that kind of stuff. And then, I've had some bad relationships. I've met some people that took advantage. I've been quiet about what's happened to me. And I don't want to make it sound like it's this dramatic, like, thing that happened. For the most part, I consider myself, like, I don't want to say I'm completely past it. When I think about it, it does still bother me, but I've learned to live life around it, I guess I want to say, or through it. I don't know. When that movement went around about the hashtag #MeToo, and there was, like, flack over it. There was people talking trash about those people. There was people talking positively. It was just as bad as the mental health talk. Like, there was not, like, a nice, even medium ground. Like, it was either people making jokes about it or people who fully 100% supported it. I was in the middle. I wasn't making jokes about it. I wasn't, like, supporting it and talking about it. But if we're going to be honest, hashtag #MeToo. Obviously, like I said, not fully 100% past it. Some stuff happened to me when I was younger, in high school, and it kind of shaped me into the person that I am now. Now, that being said, I don't consider myself, like, I was a victim then, but I'm not now. I don't have to give that person power. I don't have to let that event take over my life. Sorry, guys. I mean, the emotions are really real today. I've been teary-eyed and hormonal, whatever. I don't know. There's a lot going on, a lot of like events happening, a lot of new things happening. So we're just gonna keep going. And I apologize if this ends up being kind of a long video. If you stick with me, you stick with me. If you don't, well, I hope you got something out of what you did watch, okay? I've been subjected to racism, sometimes by my own people, aka the world. The world is my people. Everybody. Black, white, Asian, whatever. Anything. You guys are my people. So when somebody looks at me and calls me an N-word, or, you know, they say something bad about, you know, like white people or whatever, like, oh, that, and I'm gonna say cracker or whatever, like, that's still a part of me. I am mixed, I'm biracial, guys, and I've been called names. I've been told that I was adopted, which isn't a problem. Like, there's nothing wrong with being adopted, but it was just kind of like, are you, like, why? Let's see, what else? I've had people in power take advantage. So people of authority take advantage of situations and manipulate things to favor themselves. I've been threatened. I've had people put their fingers in my face and yell at me, and I've had guys, I've had a chief threaten me before. A chief of a state agency, let's put it that way, okay? I've been threatened by a state agency. It's just the funniest thing to me, because I just think about the recording of it, and people who don't know me don't realize that I'm not one to be taken lightly. I don't exaggerate things. I don't make things up to make myself sound better or worse or whatever. Like, when I go into interviews, I'm the kind of person that goes in and I feel like I'm failing the entire time. And I'm like, they're never going to hire me. And then I get the job and I'm like, these guys are crazy. And I don't know. There's just been so many things in life that have happened. I've been told that I'd never be loved. I've been told that I was too big to love. I was told that, you know, you have stretch marks and that's ugly. And, you know, one time I had somebody tell me that they couldn't love me because they couldn't put their arms around me. And that wasn't even at my heaviest. So we'll just put that out there. And in case you're joining us now and you didn't know this, check out our other videos for like information to kind of back up what I'm talking about. Let's see, what else? Like I said, unscripted, guys. I'll try to edit things as necessary, so there might be quite a bit of cutting. I have suffered from vicarious trauma. Which means that I have actually felt pain from somebody else's trauma. The repeated, either them hashing up their trauma and it bringing mine back to the surface, or having such intense feelings for that person, like feelings of like, I'm with you, or I've experienced something similar to that, or I completely understand where you're coming from, and that actually hurt me. Like, somebody could tell me a story about, we're gonna go at the subject of abuse, about being abused. And even though I remember have never had any abuse, like, history, other than, like, some relationship stuff, many, many moons ago. But, when they tell me their story, I can feel it. I can empathize. That's the word. I have empathy, and I have a lot of it. So generally what happens is I put everybody above myself, because I do have that empathy, And when somebody is like, I'm down, I'm, you know, I'm depressed, I'm this, I'm that, I'm like, I'm there for you, and I'm their cheerleader. I'm trying to like support them, and in turn, sometimes I get hurt. Uh, I can say that I've lost some friendships over that. I can say that sometimes, not sometimes, there's often times that I give people unsolicited advice. I'm working on it. I've been working on it for years. So maybe one day. But I generally try to stay away from giving like too hardcore solid advice because I'm afraid of the backlash, because that's what I've experienced. I found that when I stand up against people or I stand up against something that's wrong, I'm the one that gets knocked down and I'm the one that gets stomped on and my feelings just get muddled. Muddled? That's probably not right. My feelings get just destroyed. Like nobody cares about me, my feelings, how I'm doing, and my whole world just gets blown apart. Guys, I just lost so much. It's unbelievable. Like, I know there's others out there that have had worse, and I don't want to discredit what they're saying, and I don't want to, you know, that's not what I'm going for. I'm just trying to give you guys a better insight into my head. And that is that I'm having to rebuild myself. I'm having to build myself back up and realize that I can rely on my own strength. And really be the person that I know I am, I guess, sort of. Because remember, I struggle with the identity thing, which also, if we're going to talk about that, you might have noticed, like, the changing of the hair and the makeup versus no makeup versus whatever. And that is just simply because I like to change it up. I don't like to stick with anything for like a long time. A lot of times my looks are based on how I'm feeling, and sometimes they're based on what I want people to believe I'm feeling. So it could mean, like today, this could either mean that I'm really having a good day, or it could mean that I'm putting on a brave face. You guys wouldn't know unless I told you. And today, I would say I'm 50-50. Part of it is a brave face, and the other part of it is true happiness and excitement, which is something that I don't feel like all the time. So it's nice to feel some good feelings and to have some good thoughts. But just like I said, just as quickly as I have them, there's that negative voice going, nope, nope, nope. And it's kind of like that whole David and Goliath thing of like my brain fighting itself. And that just kind of comes back to that like PTSD and what I've gone through. Sorry guys, I just keep thinking like, I bet those people are just sitting there going, yeah, I won this round. But what they don't know is they actually lost the fight because I won. I might have felt like I lost, but in the end, I'm winning because I'm putting my story out there. I'm talking about it. And I'm helping people. Those people aren't helping people. They're tearing people down. They're belittling them. They're making them feel like they're worthless. That's not what I'm about. I'm not about tearing people down. I'm not about belittling people. I'm about building people up. And I'm about raising awareness. So I guess if that makes it like, ooh, you won type of thing, then good for you. Thanks for watching my videos. But if not, then, you know, like, whatever. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with that. But, oh, just kicked my foot into the desk. All right, so this has been a long-winded and, like, all over the place talk today. But I hope you guys got a little bit of something out of it. Maybe even had some questions that you want to ask. I really want to encourage participation and involvement in these videos. If you have something and you want to share it down below. Send me a private message on Instagram at PollenBlogs, or at our service dog page at servicedog_stone. I just want you guys to know that I'm here. I'm willing to listen to your story. And if you want help getting your story out there, I will help you too. And the only way we can make change is to be the change that we want to see. Does that make sense? I hope so. I'm hoping that in the future, when my son gets older, that mental health is something they talk about in school, that people are regularly assessed and understood, and that they're not seen as having something wrong with them, and that it's something greater than that. And I honestly have wished for things like that from before he was even born. The first thing I thought about is I hope he never has to face adversity based on him being biracial. Like, I hope that he doesn't have to go through things that I went through. And I don't know if that's going to happen unless if we keep trying to make it happen. So anyways, that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure that you're subscribed and that you've rang the bell icon. That way you get notified of our videos and that way you don't miss a beat. And if you're not already subscribed or a member of our Instagram, head on over there. The links are down below, or whatever. The social links are down below. So check it out. Give us some feedback. Tell us what you want to see. Where do you want us to go next? What do you want to know? All right. Bye.
We can make a wildfire getaway.